Alrighty, so let's look at the boxes here for Minuet from Book 4, the Bach Minuets here. So the first box we'll have is just the end of the first line, so measure 4 with this trill. Make sure we're trilling from the top note down, right? So even though it says it's a B, we're going to actually start on a C and trill down from it. So to practice, we're going to start without the trill. So we'll start on just the regular chord. And just do that for a couple times. And then once we're comfortable with the bowing and what our fingers have to do, then we'll add the trill. Okay. And we just want a really even trill. So doesn't need to be super fast, okay? We just want to focus on even and relaxed left hand, okay? So that's the first one that I would do, and then we're going to actually jump down quite a bit to measure 17. Okay, and that's it right there. So from measure 17 through measure 20. And there's a couple things we're going to focus on. So we've got some shifts. But a lot of what we're focusing on is actually measure 20 itself and then measure 18. So, right, we got to get off the C so we can set our C string. And then the same thing in measure 20, we got to get off the D so we can set our C string here. Okay. Remember, with our C string, we want heavy, short bows. Okay, we don't need big bows with our C string. We need a dense bow, so it's going to be a fair amount of weight with not a lot of bow. Okay, and that's how we're going to get a good sound there. Okay. And then the last box we'll do is just at the end here. Okay. So we just have the shift. I guess that whole box itself is measures 22 to the end of the first minuet. And as we shift up, make sure we have our hand open, right? We don't want crunchy extensions, we want open extensions. And then from here, this one's just kind of tricky because we have to walk over, right? Okay, so those are the boxes for the first minuet. So now we can look at the second one, which the first box we have for this one is actually has to do with the end, right? So we're going to do the end of the first one into the second one. Just practice hitting that B flat. So a good way to measure it, just put your first finger where your fourth finger was and then put it down. Right? That way we're right in tune. Okay? Right? And because it's the end of one, we kind of have a little bit of time to breathe. So okay? So that's the first box. The next one is actually going to be right after the repeat, so measure 33. So it's okay, just those two measures. And the first shift is actually pretty small. It's only a half step. So right, we're only moving from a B to a C. Then we're going to shift up to third position on the B flat and measure 34. Okay. Okay, so it's just that. I would isolate, do that a bunch of times, and then isolate that, and then you can add it all together. Okay. And then as far as fingering for that, let's see, it's 1, 4, 3. So I think we're just doing the bottom fingering. Okay, so you're going 3, 1, 4, 3, 4, 1. Okay. And then the next box is going to be in measure 42. Okay, just that bit. Okay. And then the last, well, I guess it's 2 boxes here, but we're going to start in measure 44. And just that. So you're going, starting at 44, shift to this F sharp. Okay. And then after you've done that, we'll start in the same spot for the second one. And that's the other box. So with this bit in 45, you kind of walk back. So we have an extended one, so it's 1, 4, extended 1. And then when we do that extension, we just kind of let ourselves walk back. So that's the only extension, because it closes up after that, right? So we're... Okay, so it's here, walk back, right? We do a little crab walk, okay? So... And then we just shift to first position there, okay? So yeah, those are the boxes. I would focus on those to start, and then we'll work on expanding from those spots. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy practicing.